Hello guys, today I'm going to take us through a body weight workout, otherwise known as calisthenics. This is a workout that you can do at home, in the park, pretty much wherever because you're only using body weight. It's so important to learn to master your body weight before you start adding on heavier weights. So this workout that we're going to go through today is part of a foundational set of movements that you can then build your strength on. So even every few weeks or so, I would regress to a body weight only workout where you're really taking time, making the mind-muscle connection and slowing down the movement, adding a lot of eccentrics and a lot of isometric holds. So the sky is really the limit when you begin with a good foundation, and that's what we're going to do today. Let me also say, I know right now it's so popular to have a home workout. I see that all over YouTube, and it's a great idea. If you have small children, if you have just things that limit you in your life, doing some sort of workout is great. I also want you to realize these people are selling a product, and there's nothing that's going to beat lifting heavy weights. I've seen personally, just myself, heavy weights, less cellulite, better definition in the legs, in the butt, the growth. So far, arms, I feel like I've been able to do with calisthenics, with rings. Again, not weights, just with the body weight, really pulling my whole weight with my arms, holding body with shoulders. So there's a lot of things you can do with calisthenics for your upper body and get great development. For the lower body, I would say it's more foundational strength. A great place to start. I would not even suggest lifting weights until you have mastered your body weight in calisthenics. But again, to see those great results, you're going to have to lift and lift heavy. Fewer reps, heavier weight. So don't mark off going to the gym completely and just say, I've got my home workout. Home workouts do serve a purpose and for a specific period of time, but then you will need to progress and go to the gym or else buy that equipment and keep it in your home yourself. So I just wanted to make you aware of that, and we'll get started now with this calisthenics workout. I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be short. I'm going to take you through one set today, but ideally you want to go through this, maybe do this one time today. Give yourselves 2-3 days rest. Repeat this video, do it 2 times. 2 or 3 day rest. Eventually we want to be able to do this video 3 to 4 times, really taking time to make that mind-muscle connection, thinking about, even if you need to Google anatomy and just see the muscles you're working, I think that's so beneficial to knowing how your body's moving and what you're going to be feeling contract as we're going through these exercises today. All right, I've talked enough. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with a squat. Make sure that your butt is going back, your chest is staying raised. Your knees are going out. So notice my knees, they're not coming in, they're pressing out. Squeeze your rear end as you lift. I'm going to slow this down a little bit so you can think. We're going to squeeze glutes. We're going to squeeze hamstrings and quads as we stand. Our belly button is tight, pulled into the spine, and even my shoulders, so I'm not trying to be lazy here. My scapula are pulled back, and I'm keeping my head up so that my chest is up. Good, keep going, breathe. Follow my tempo and think squeeze. The toes are spread wide. The feet are being pressed. I'm pressing in the outside of my feet, not letting my feet fall in the arches. Keep breathing. Let's do 5 more. Good. Last one. Very good. We're going to come down to our mat, or if you have a carpeted area, and we're going to go into V-ups. So with V-ups, you're going to lay flat on the floor, and I have found if you have maybe a chair or some place to aim for with your feet, if you're just starting, You can go with a slight raise that's about maybe 12 to 18 inches off the floor. And the way you're going to do this is you're going to think about bringing your belly button in to the floor, and that's going to raise your upper and lower body. So it's helpful for me also to bring my finger in, touch the belly button, and raise. And raise. And this is little at first, and we're coming back to the floor in between reps. Now, if you're more advanced, you're going to hover over the floor. So belly button comes in, you're going to come up, hover, up, and hover. Very good. And you're really going to fight to maintain that balance. So you're going to try to keep your legs as straight as possible, your upper body as straight as possible. Start small. And then you're going to increase the depth. Four more. 2 and 1. Very good. We're going to come up and go into a front and side shoulder raise. So I want you to think about your shoulders being back, your belly button being brought in, squeezing the glutes, because this is what you're going to do as you add weight. So let's go ahead and learn proper technique now. You're going to bring your arms up and to the side, just to even with the shoulders. So we're not looking for here, and we're not looking for here. We want to stop here, and we want to think about using the front delts and the side, the laterals. Keeping your arms tight. You can make a fist if you find that helpful to really engage the muscles that you're using. We're going to go through this 20 times. And so with body weight, you want to go for volume. So with a body weight workout, you're going to do this every day. You're going to really contract your muscles as you're using them. So like right now, this isn't just passively raising your arms. This is really fighting an invisible weight. Maybe almost as if someone was pulling down or pushing down on your arms. Let's go through 8 more. And so everything that you do, I would probably do a set of 20 to 30. Add eccentrics, which are the slow negative, or isometric holds. Good, we got 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. From here, we're going to go into a back step lunge. So you're going to keep your chest upright, counterbalance with the arms if you need. One other thing that you're going to notice is when you step, make sure you're using your glute meads here, that you're really keeping the outside of your thigh and your knee in line with your toe and pushing out. So not here, if you can see that, not coming in a diagonal towards the midline. You want to think about stepping out and pushing in parallel to a line outside of your body. Okay, we're going to go through this 20 on each leg. So step back. This is a far step back. That was considered 1. Here's considered 2. Good. When I'm getting up, I'm thinking of squeezing my rear end, the hamstrings, and the quad to lift. Keep breathing. Chest is up. Good, we're halfway. Keep going. 8 more. Keep breathing. Notice that I'm stepping a little wider than the midline. 4 more. And watching that knee and the outside of the leg. 2 more. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water also. Last one. Very good. From here, we're going into an all-4 body hold. I will show you some variations here. So what you want to do is stack your wrist under your elbows, under your shoulder. Your knees are going to be stacked under your hip. Your hands on the ground, you're going to be pressing into your fingers and your palms. Don't just put all your weight into your palms. Press in with your fingers. They kind of look like spider claws. So your fingers are bent. Think about how you use your toes. Now on your actual feet, you're going to come up onto your toes, keeping your knees a couple of inches off the ground. To do this, you're going to bring your belly button into your backbone and squeeze your glutes, part of your core, okay? So it's going to look like this. Belly button's in, glutes are squeezed. Join me. Keep breathing. We do this for time. So if you want to set your timer, work towards 15 seconds, then 20, 25, and eventually 30. Keep breathing. Belly button's in, butt is engaged. Good. Drop to your knees, rest. You can push back if you need to. Okay, and we're going to come into that again. I want to show you a progression. If that is fairly easy and you can hold that for 30 seconds, then we want to try to make it a little harder. You can add a pad like this to your rear end. You can add a book, whatever is most likely to fall. If you do this incorrectly, make it hard on yourself. You're going to come up again. Knees are a couple inches off the ground, and you're going to kind of shift your weight and remove a table leg, okay? And you're keeping your hips level so that this block or book does not fall. Keep going. And if you're not doing this, just join me with an isometric hold. Really take your time with this. Watch your shift. And good. And also watch how you come down on your hands, that you're not too hard slapping your wrist. From here, we're going to go into overhead press. Sit on the floor, feet forward. Belly button is going to be in. Your chest is raised. Your scaps are back. And you're going to start with your hands at shoulder level and extend up until your biceps are by your ears. So join me now. We're going to go through 20. And I really want you to press as if you're resisting a weight. And also think about your scaps pulling back, pinning your shoulders back, and your abdominals are being used to hold you upright. Good, we're halfway. Keep going. Really push. Good, 6 more. 2 and 1. Very good. We're going to come back and do curtsy lunges. With the curtsy lunge, you're going to make sure that your knee is in line with your toes, and you're going to simply step back in like a curtsy, okay? Again, we're thinking about knee in line with toes, squeezing the glutes to stand. That's 4. This is 5. Good. Squeeze glutes, hamstrings, and quads. Coming as low as you can, taking your time. As I add in more videos, we will progress and add in some isometric holds, which are definitely more challenging, and pulses. You'll love the pulses. Keep breathing. Make sure your nutrition is good. Doesn't mean you can't have ice cream or burgers. Life is life. Give it its place, but definitely think about your body and what it needs. And maybe I should have told you I'm terrible at counting, so I think we have 4 more. We can't be good at everything. 3 more. And last one. Very good. From here, we're going to go to a side plank. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer on this. This will be our first side plank. We're going to the beginner level, which is on your forearm. Your feet are coming together or are split and holding your body on the floor. We're coming into a side plank. Your hands can be here or here. Feet can be here or here. Belly button's drawn in. Glutes are firing. Keep breathing. Pressing in, don't let that side fall. Hold the body straight. Feet are in alignment with your torso. And we'll relax out of that. Good. We're going to go to the other side. We'll start with our forearm. Notice that your forearm isn't way out here. The elbow is right under your shoulder. Feet are stacked here or staggered. We're going to come up, belly button's in, glutes are firing, arms here or here. Keep breathing. You don't want to extend up, hyperextend either. You just want to try to keep your body as in line as possible. And we'll relax. Now, good job. I'm also going to go through the next progression for that movement would be here on your hand. You really want to make sure you have sufficient wrist strength. So if you need to stop, add that in, add wrist strengthening in. You can do that. We're going to start here. Palm is under elbow, is under shoulder. Feet are together or staggered. You can come here or here. And you're going to hold. If you also want, you can add your foot raise for a little bit harder. It's a lot a bit harder. Drop your feet and your hands. Come back down. We'll try that on the other side briefly. So we're going to come up on our hand. We're making sure that our elbow and our shoulder are stacked over our wrist. Feet are together or staggered. Hands are here. And you can also raise. This would be the hardest in your body weight workout. And then come back. Very good. And from here, it wouldn't be body weight if we weren't learning to excel in our push-ups. So let's take to the mat. If I were you, I would just take out the knee push-ups, if at all possible. If you're really heavy and your arms can't support the weight, that's fine. Start there. But as you go, just keep in mind that the knees are going to come out of the equation and you're going to add eccentrics in instead. So how I train clients who can't do push-ups is this. You'll come up on your toes. You're dropping your rear end, so it's not up here. Drop your rear end, your glutes are engaged, belly button, and come down slowly, all the way to the ground. You want to also notice your hands are here, right by the pecs, how you would push someone away. Think functional strength, not a lot of power in this kind of a push unless you're pushing against a wall. So let's start here, pushing straight out from the pecs. Your scaps are retracted, if you can see. You're going to come here, all the way retracted, and then press forward. So let's go through, we'll say 5 of those. Belly button's in, glutes are squeezed. We come down, come to your knees if you need, and get up. Or you can get up ugly, is what we say, is just get up however you need to. Coming back to your feet, a very slow, eccentric, as slow as you can. Push up on the knees or get up ugly. Again, all the way to the ground. Notice here when I come up, my scaps are back, belly button's in, butt is squeezed. Good. Get up ugly. Breathe. Very good. And I would add that in. Go for 5, then 6, 8, 10, 12 in your progressions. If you can do 12 eccentric like we just did, then start and go for 1 down and up push. I think you'll be surprised with yourself how quickly you can pick that up. Our next exercise and final exercise is going to be shoulder strengthening. If you have a band, use it. If you don't have a band, you can also successfully do this movement without weight or without a band. So you're almost going to act like there is a sword here that you're pulling straight out. From the side, it looks like this. So belly button's in, glutes are squeezed. From the back, it looks like this. I'm retracting my scap and pulling, retracting and pulling diagonally up towards the ceiling. With a band, can look like this. So it comes back down. Notice your shoulder does not internally rotate here. It is externally rotated, and so this is how you're going to pull, even without a band. So you're not going to pull from here. You're going to pull from here. And really work that whole behind the scap and your scapula, posterior shoulder, your lats. Your middle lower traps. We're going to go through this again 5 more times without the band. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Let's switch sides. So again, not internal rotation. We're going to go into external, and here we're pulling. Belly button is in. Not letting the shoulder come too much forward. Good. Feeling it back here. Let's do 2 more. And that's a great exercise to protect the shoulders as you're going to grow in weight and strength addition. So I hope you've enjoyed this workout. I hope you find it extremely useful. Again, do this 3 to 4 times, as slow and controlled as you want, working up to 20 to 30 reps on every single thing that we just did. Be blessed. Hit like, subscribe, and share if you want similar content, and have a great day.